Well, Mary joins us now all the way from Florida to talk about her Totally Catholic CD with fun songs for kids. You heard one just a little bit earlier. Thanks so much for being with us. How are you doing?
I am doing great. How
Now,
are
I
you
have
guys
to,
doing
before
up
we
there?
really start the interview, I have to say this. Congratulations, because you are holding the phone
Yes.
as we do this interview, standing outside of where you're doing some work with music already, right?
Right. I'm in the middle of a rehearsal I had to step out for. So, yeah.
Well, let's get right to it then, Mary. I don't want to keep you too long. So is it right that you started working on Catholic Kids music as a result of a parish event?
I did. Well, actually, it was Bible camp. At my parish is Church of the Resurrection in Fort Myers, Florida. And we used to do our own Bible camps. We didn't do the canned ones that every church does. We would write our own. So the ladies would get together and say, okay, what do we want to do it on this year? Okay, let's do it on the Eucharist. So I wrote the song for the Eucharist. So at a bunch of Bible camps, I wrote these songs, and all the kids and the moms were asking for it. So, finally I put them down on a CD, and I wrote a couple of extra things to put on there as well. Mm-hmm. So they were basically teaching songs.
And was it fun to put this all together? What were some of the challenges?
Well, let's see. It was a challenge. It took a long time. It took several months of recording, building every song from the ground up. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I got to work with my niece and my nephews. They were the ones who sang on the CD. They're so cute.
They're great. Yeah, they were great.
Yeah. And here's a little interesting factoid. There were only 3 of them singing, but it sounds like a bunch of kids. It's one of those things with studio magic. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And the challenge was just your normal musical, play it until you get it right, sing it until you get it right kind of thing.
And you're still talking with your niece and nephew after this?
Yeah, they're great. We have an awesome relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many familiar Christian songs for kids. Why is it important to have Catholic-specific kids songs?
Well, I think for teaching, again, it's all about teaching. Because you can sit there and you can, say Jesus loves me and, all of those sort of generic Christian themes, which are wonderful and all true. It was important for me to get that sort of more important doctrinal stuff out there in a way that the kids could listen to. And maybe they can't necessarily understand what's all that's being said, but it's going into their soul. It's coming into their ears and, hopefully sticking in there.
How's the reaction been, or what has the reaction been?
Oh, it's been great. Everybody loves it so far as I know. But yeah, I've done a few concerts at the grade school, and they bring the preschoolers through the 5th graders to see it. So it's really been great. Eucharist is the most popular track on the CD. I have a lot of teachers, catechists, and that contacting me on my website, asking me for sheet music and some hand moves and things like that. So.
Yeah, we heard the Eucharist song a little bit earlier when we started the program. Mm-hmm. I understand you also offer a karaoke version of the CD as well. What's that all about?
I do. Well, again, the teachers and catechists that contact me, some of them would say, we don't have any musicians, we don't have a piano player, we don't have a guitar player. We'd really like to sing this with the kids. Do you have any music only? And I kept saying no, over the years. And finally, I decided to release an instrument-only CD so that, if people want to sing it and they don't have musicians, they can do so.
Well, that's great. So the Vacation Bible School season is coming up, and this really would be a great resource for families and parishes. Where can people play samples? Where can they purchase a copy? Where can they find out more?
Okay. You can play samples all over the place. You can get it on iTunes, Amazon. You could listen to it on Spotify. My website is www.maryzitnik.com. You can also look for it on CD Baby. And for the physical CDs, the Catholic Company online sells those. That's www.catholiccompany.com.
Now, here's the big question. Is your arm tired?
It's getting there, yeah.
Mary, thanks so much for being with us. Thanks for all the great work you're doing, too. My kids are getting older, but I do have a younger kid, and this is much needed.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I want to serve the Lord in any way I can, and thanks for all that you guys do.
Thank you. Well, get back inside there and get back to work.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Mary.